All right, so Gabrielle, they're explaining their derivative, the function that they had, and then the colored one is their derivative. So
Okay.
go for it, guys.
So the original one is this black line right there, and we said it was 1 over x. That was the function, right? And then the blue is the derivative, and it's the same as the original function because the whole function is positive. So that's how we knew that it was the same. The derivative was the same as the function, 1 over x.
Does anybody recognize the graph of that function? That's right. That's actually e to the x.
E to the x.
And you might remember from pre-calc, e to the x is always continuing. So it's interesting, the derivative of e to the x ends up being
Just like
e to the x, and we'll talk about that, but you can graphically see it. Okay, so go ahead, guys.
Martha.
Okay, so for this one, the way we started was we found what the derivative was on the top and the maximum and minimums, and they were 0. So we plotted those on first, and then we realized that it was just a sine wave.
Okay, so the first one was the sine. What does the derivative look like?
Cosine.
It's like cosine. Yeah. It's kind of I myself found that kind of trippy when trippy sounds like but found that very strange when it was like wow, like the derivative of sine is cosine. It's kind of strange, but you can kind of graphically see it. Okay, thanks guys. All right. Next victims up, Ruby and Keisha. Come on up, guys. Okay, thanks.
So for our first one, we said because this side was it was a.
So if you guys want to get a
Negative?
little more in the picture, you can for Gabriel,
okay.
just so he or say hi to him.
Hi.
You can see.
Because we decided this was negative slope, and that was a positive, we chose to do like a cubic function, which is how we got this one going negative and then positive.
Since the original was a parabola.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, just so
And
you
then
guys, now that we've actually talked about the power rules for a second, if it was a parabola, which means it'd be x squared, its derivative would actually be 2x. So they're right in their picture. The only thing is that actually this actually ends up being linear, and this is linear. Okay, but they are right with it being on this side and that side. Yeah. Okay. So continue on, guys. Next one.
So the next one, we were kind of confused because at first we thought it was just like a linear.
And there's lots of
And-
letters in there,
So we had this one right here, as you can see. And we thought it was just a straight line. But then Keisha
We
kind of.
looked at it again and decided that that was not the derivative. It was actually this line up there because it follows the pattern of the slope.
Okay, good. So they're noticing, I like how they have their pluses on it, because it is, in fact, down at their first plus, it's super steep, correct? And it's positive. So notice that their graph is only up in the positive coordinate plane. But then it's going, as it keeps going, it's getting closer to becoming 0. So that does match well. Good. All right. All right, last group, come on up. Oh wait, there's one more group. But Cameron's not here, so Gabby gets a little break, unless you feel comfortable doing it.
Hey.
Say hi. Oh, let me put this so you can see. It is being recorded. It just come in and say hi to Gabrielle. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so go guys.
So on these, we figured out that it was like negative slope there, but it also went like up, and then we pointed the plots here, and we did like the opposite thing, and we found that they were the same here. And since they were both approaching 0, we made the other ones approaching 0, and
Okay, people agree? People, okay, all right, so the next.
For this one, we were a little bit confused. We didn't know how it was, so we figured out like right here, these 2 points, they're gonna be the same, so they're gonna be both at x equals 0. Right here it has like a slope of 1, so we sort of made like the other one have a slope of 1. We don't know if it's actually right or not.
Okay, well, what do people think? First of all, the black one, is that a cubic function? Okay, so now that we know that power rule, its derivative would be a parabola, correct? It'd be an x squared if you think about it, right? So does their picture kind of match that? It does, okay? And you'll notice as he pointed to the left, that looks like a negative there. But that actually would be a positive slope, correct? And it's, okay. Oh, got it. Okay. So that's why they have it, right, really positive, but it's going towards 0. Okay. Now, why did they choose? I think this point at negative was they looked at the slope right here. Okay, and they estimated it to be at -1, and then it starts to go back up. So, okay, all right, good. Thanks, guys. All right. So Gabby will tomorrow. All right. Okay, we will stop that then. All right.